You're laying here for like ever.
Ending up in the ICU with COVID-19 is a situation one Langley woman never thought she'd find herself in. Almost as surprising, finding a new best friend in the hospital bed beside her.
No one will ever understand what we went through together, and to have someone to share it with means so much.
Carrie McKay says she doesn't smoke or have any underlying health conditions, so she was terrified when she began having difficulty breathing and was admitted to the intensive care unit.
First in the room by myself, and then they wheeled another bed in, and I heard her coughing and hacking, and I was thinking, uh-oh, do I want to be in a room with another COVID person?
Next day she was, "Hi, neighbor." I'm like, "Hi." She said, "My name's Carrie." And I said, "My name's Ann."
A friendship was born. The pair spent 14 days together going through everything from coughing fits to practicing their breathing.
Bonded so well that I would remind her to do a puffer. I would remind her to do her breathing. I would remind her to do certain things. Roll on your side, take a breath. If she would have a coughing spell, I would say, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Just relax and try and breathe. And we would do that for each other because we didn't have anybody else doing that. The nurses weren't in there all the time.
It was a scary experience, and with hospitals not allowing visitors, the pair were thankful to have each other.
We get to hug each other for the rest of the day.
If she wasn't there, I don't think I would have gotten better as quickly.
No way we would have healed as fast as we did if you were in a room all by yourself, no one to talk to, no one to share things with. Like, we shared everything.
The pair left the ICU together on Valentine's Day, having beaten the virus and gaining a new lifelong friend.
Oh, the race is on.
Ashley Burr, City News. The effort to create more diversity in Canadian media just got a boost. Omni Television has announced it's handing out $60,000 in scholarships